everyone, welcome. In today's podcast, we will delve into certain topics surrounding tax technology. I am Nupur and I have with me Julia, a tax professional and a tax taxologist with more than 15 years of experience. Welcome, Julia.
Hi, good afternoon.
Tax professionals have traditionally spent a significant amount of time on manual tasks such as data entry, compliance work, and routine calculation. However, tax automation technology has revolutionized the industry, allowing professionals to streamline their processes and shift their focus to more strategic activity. Julia, how can tax technology empower tax professionals to focus more on strategic tax planning and advisory services rather than manual tasks?
Well, really, tax technologies work with data. Data is the input for the tax function and it is also the output. Data is our main material to work. And traditionally, at the tax departments, we have worked in a very manual way. We use Excel spreadsheets, but we make really a lot of manual adjustments, manual calculations. We work with emails. We work with Word documents. And that's traditionally has been a very, very manual work. And the problem is that this manual work is taking so much of our time that the time available for strategic work or meeting with clients, thinking about strategies, thinking about our client business, which is for me is something that is key, and we tax professionals are not doing. This takes a lot of time, and we are not doing it because our time is completely full with manual tasks, and that cannot be. Firstly, because really we cannot devote so much time to manual tasks in this new digital environment where the tax authorities are going digital, and also our clients and the businesses we are working for are also going digital. And really, second, they need our help in a different way. They need tax strategic advice more than ever, and manual tasks need to be managed in a different way.
Yeah.
I don't know if this responds your question.
No, I completely agree. It's remarkable how tax technology empowers tax professionals to become more strategic in their work. By reducing manual tasks and providing valuable insight, tax professionals can now focus on providing high-level strategic advice to the client. This, in a way, will elevate their role and make their expertise more indispensable. Coming to the next question, tax technologies allows us to handle data in ways that were impossible before, like you said, Julia. The introduction of data analytics technology has opened doors for tax professionals to gain a deep understanding of client businesses and processes. This newfound insight not only enhances the quality of compliance work, but also enable us to undertake new and exciting projects that go beyond traditional tax compliance process. And in all this, accuracy is crucial for tax reporting, and tax technology can help or play a pivotal role in achieving that accuracy. What do you think how tax technology contributes to enhance data accuracy and integrity in tax reporting?
Well, it is at this stage, I think that technology is essential for this purpose. Human brains have a limited capacity for processing data. We are easily overwhelmed when we face a large volume of information, and we really deal with a great volume of information. And we deal with, for instance, in transfer pricing, we deal with a lot of different forms to be submitted, a lot of different transactional data to be processed, countries with specific applicable rules, different in each country, different deadlines. So really, our human brains, I think that they cannot handle this large amount of information. We cannot process it. On the other hand, computers are designed precisely to process large amounts of data, and they do it quickly and accurately. So that enables us to manage this large amount of information, understand it, and find the patterns and trends we need to detect. Because our human brains are not prepared to detect patterns or trends in the data, but the data analytics techniques that the computers can apply really, that's its other purpose: detect patterns, detect outliers, and in general provide insights into these large amounts of data. So that's what we need, because it is not enough for us to use the data, not at this stage, to use the data just for accomplish a process, a compliance process, for instance, because tax authorities are using the data embedded. So we really need to be able to extract the data and separate the data from this processes, and we need to use this data to get, I don't know if the same insights, because it is difficult from the business side, but at least to get enough insights from this data to be able to defend ourselves from the tax authorities, analytic tasks or profiles they are performing in a worldwide basis.
Yeah, definitely. And accordingly, timely actions can be taken where there is outlier or what action needs to be taken. Businesses can plan accordingly. Also, a tax professional can definitely leverage technology to eliminate manual error, gain more comprehensive understanding of data, and deliver accurate and reliable report to the authorities.
Yes.
Coming to the next point, when implementing tax technology solution, there are huge common challenges that organizations encounter. Some could be around lack of effective communication, training, or there could be many others. In your opinion, Julia, what are the potential challenges or obstacles that business might face when implementing tax technology solution?
That's a very good question, because when businesses decide to implement technology, they think about the technology itself, the server, the ERP, but I'm not sure that they think about people as much as they should think, because the main obstacle in my view is precisely the lack of communication between the business or the CEO, the CFO, I don't know, wherever whoever in the company is trying to put this technology in motion in the organization, and the people who are going to use it and who are going to suffer it if it is not working properly, or if the implementation does not work well. So this lack of communication is, in my view, the main obstacle. Really, people in the organization should be made aware of the initial effort that any software implementation requires at the beginning, but also they should be made aware of the benefits they will get on the day by day once the technology has been implemented and it's going working smoothly and also the training, in my experience, is normally insufficient for using the tools properly. And there is also another thing that I'm not sure to understand, but it's something pretty common in my view to tax technology tools, which is that really the user experience is very poor. Normally are complex, not intuitive, are difficult to navigate. Aesthetically, they are usually poor. I'm talking about my experience. And in general, they are not very user friendly. And I know that tax is a complex matter. I am perfectly aware of that. But I think that the tax technology tools should get a better user experience that would make things much easier for the employees who are working with them.
Yeah, I completely agree. Initial implementation of tax technology tool could be very challenging, and overcoming the challenges you mentioned around training, effective communication, user experience could be resolved by taking a strategic approach throughout the implementation and adaptation phase.
Yes. Also, there is also another point, but I understand that it's difficult, but it also is key. And I don't know, it is well addressed always when implementing some tax technology tool. And it is that normally tax technology solutions normally do not deal with the upload of the data to the tool. Yeah. So it happens that the new tax technology tool is implemented and it's wonderful, make a lot of things, but the data needed for the tool to produce the output needs to be manually input, or at least manually prepared in some kind of Excel spreadsheet, or maybe a SQL base, depending on the tool, but needs to be prepared manually to be input to the tool, because it is really difficult to connect the tax technology software to the ERP, and this kind of complexity leads in various occasions, on a lot of occasions in my experience, to say, okay, we are putting this tax technology tool outside of the ERP, there is no connection, but the data will be uploaded through an Excel spreadsheet or something like that. And at the end, people who need to work with the tool miss the benefit, not miss maybe, but the benefits for using the tool.
Oversee the benefits.
Yes, because they need to work manually to upload the data, and that, in my experience, is very frustrating for people working with the tool.
Yeah, I completely agree. And not all tax technology tool have that capacity of getting integrated with the ERP. Though I see now more people are trying to do, at least for certain portion of tax technology solutions, but yet we are way far away from that perfect solution where everything could be integrated with ERP and everything could be like with one button. Indeed, things do require some bit of manual uploading of data and ensuring that data, or whatever the report that is pulled from the ERP that goes into the tax technology tool, is pulled in the correct manner.
Yes, that's I think it's improving and will be improved more in the future, because I think that is a focus now for people, for entities, companies selling tax technology and implementing tax technology, but that's for sure a challenge.
Yeah. Coming to the last question, what fascinated you to learn coding and move more on the technology side? How has been your experience so far? I know we have discussed about this question multiple times, but it would be good for our listener to know more about it from you.
It really fascinates me, that's for sure. I think that I love, and I have always loved, to make complex things easier. And for me, using technology, and more specifically using data analytics, is a great way to make easier things that are very complex, and to allow myself and allow other people to understand complex concepts or complex relationships or complex structures in an easier way. So when I was working at Deloitte for large MMEs, and I saw their complexities in their structures, in the way they prepare their taxes, in the relationships between the subsidiaries and the headquarters. I always felt that we could get a better and easier insight of the clients, not by part, but that we could get the info in we could get a general overview and also a deeper understanding of each of the parts, but we could get these insights in a better way than, using Excel spreadsheets and doing these processes with the compliance. I felt that we had a lot of data and we were not using it to understand the client. And that was something that always made me feel that we were not doing all that we could do for our clients. So we were not dealing with this complexity in a clever way, in my view. So I thought that if we got the tools to deal with this complex data, I would be able to provide this insight to the client, and we would be able not only to provide higher quality services, but also to provide more value added for them to have an easier and simpler view of their own complexity.
Indeed, that was very insightful. I would say that even knowing basics of it has given me freedom to think unique solution and explore new avenues that were not thought before. So in a rapidly evolving world, embracing technology is more important than ever for everyone.
Yes, absolutely. We are not prepared to deal with this digital world, with this large amount of data our clients are drowning into without the assistance and the support of technology. I think that really that we cannot do it at this stage.
Yeah.
Not possible, not more possible.
So what would be your advice to somebody or somebody wanting to learn or going more into the depths of tax technology side?
A person or a company? A professional
Both.
or a company?
Both, because I get a lot of questions from professional also that how can we go more into the tax technology side, or how should we start with it?
Okay, for a tax professional, my advice would be to open your mind. I think that we have been at least a professional with some years of experience, which is my case. We have been, or we are used to think of our work as, process, compliance process, or maybe advisory process, but a process at the end which is done in some way, and that we are knowledge workers and we do our work in some way and we give this product to the client, and it is difficult for us to see it from another perspective. But really, our clients need a new way of thinking from us, so that at first means that we need to open our minds and understand that using technology is going to help us to understand our clients much better and to do a better work. And it is not changing our work. It's not changing in the sense that we are not doing or working as tax professionals. We are doing working as better tax professionals. But for that, yes. But for that, we need to assume that the world has changed. The rules of the game has changed, and the rules of the game have changed not only for us, but also for our clients, obviously, from the perspective of the tax authorities and from the perspective of the businesses. So rules have changed, and we need to open our minds and be able or be open to change ourselves. And if that means to learn analytics, if that means to learn maths, if that means to learn how to deal with a computer, it's fine. We can do it. We can do it. We work with data, and we are perfectly capable of working with data in a different way, because at the end, it is data, and we can do it. In my experience, for sure, we can do it. And really, tax professionals and accounting professionals are a great fit for programming and working with data analytics, because it's what we've done at the end. Yeah. And for companies, I would advise to also open mind and search people with open minds, and search people which are able to perform hybrid roles, because they are going to need this kind of role.
Yeah, with the increasing requirement for transparency around different things, the requirement of data and the accuracy of around it have increased more so than earlier. So yes, definitely we need people who are more agile to explore different things.
Absolutely. And
thanks,
that's
Julia.
Right now, sorry, but this will be, in the future. That is not going to stop. The other way around, I think that is going to be quicker, and changes are going to be even quicker. So companies need people with this capacity to adapt and evolve over time.
Yeah. Thanks, Julia. That was very valuable insight. That brings us to the end of this podcast. Thank you for joining us today, and we hope our discussion was enlightening. Stay tuned for more podcasts. Until next time.